Well, many of you are familiar with the Jewish holidays of Hanukkah and Passover, but there's another festival full of costumes, treats, and adult beverages that often goes under the radar, and it's Purim. And it's next Sunday, March 16th. We have a lovely blogger here, Amy Kreitzer, with us. Okay, what exactly is this holiday?
So the story behind Purim is that the king's advisor, Haman, this is way back in Persian days, tried to exterminate all the Jews. The king's wife, Esther, who happened to be secretly Jewish, ends up saving all the Jews, so we celebrate. There's a lot of coincidences that happened that led us up to that point. But it's a really fun holiday, and like you said, it goes under the radar. We have costume parties and carnivals for kids, and we're literally commanded to drink so much you can't tell the difference between the good guy and the bad guy. That's it's in the story, and if you can't tell the difference between Esther and the bad guy, then you're really doing good. So yeah.
All right, so you've got everything set up for us. Show us what you're making here.
So we normally have Hamantaschen cookies. They're triangle shaped, and there's different stories between why we eat that. Some people say Haman, the enemy, he wore a triangle shaped hat. So we eat triangle cookies, and normally they have poppy seed, prune, or jam filling, but I don't see any reason why you have to stick with those. So these are red velvet, and they've been super popular on my website. So I've got some dough already here, and it's just a kind of a basic, almost a shortbread dough. It's got butter, eggs, sugar, a little orange juice, gives it moisture. It's kind of a secret ingredient. So I have it rolled out here with a little flour, and then you want to take a 3-inch cookie cutter and cut out a few rounds. And if you don't have one of these, you can use a wine glass if they're not all filled with your Purim wine.
Oh, it's
yeah, that works well too.
Double duty.
Kind of a secret, yeah. And then you can fill it back up. So then we've got some circles here. Take those out. And then for the filling of these, since they're red velvet, traditionally red velvet goes with cream cheese. So I made a cream cheese filling.
Oh, very yummy.
Yes, and you want to use about a teaspoon of this.
So does the dough ever get too thick, or you kind of...
Yeah, I rolled it out to pretty thin, in between 1/4 and 1/8 of an inch.
Okay.
So I've seen some people use thicker doughs. So here's about a teaspoon. And you want to, I'm always tempted to put more in there, but if you put too much, it'll overflow when you bake them. So now to make the triangle, you're just going to fold in the corners. And a secret, a lot of people try to stick the corners together like this, and it doesn't stick well. And they come unfolded when they're in the oven. So I overlap mine a little bit, like that. Pinch the corners really well. And then I've got an egg wash, just an egg with a little bit of water. And this goes on top. This is going to make your Hamantaschen really shiny and also help seal the edges. And then you just bake those, and they're ready to go. And I've got some ready here. I use a little chocolate drizzle to add
I like that.
Extra goodness there.
And how long does it usually take to bake?
Only 12 to 15 minutes, so they're pretty quick. I chilled the dough a little first just to make sure it doesn't get too sticky when you're rolling it out.
Now, is this a kind of dessert where you just you make a bunch?
Yes.
You give it to friends and family?
Oh, for sure. Well, it's a really celebratory holiday. A lot of people have carnivals and parties, so people are literally making dozens of Hamantaschen just spread all over their counter to bring to the parties with their booze and everything. So it's a really fun time.
It sounds like a fantastic time.
Yeah, and I think it's perfect for during South by on Sunday. So when you're already out celebrating, you can have some Hamantaschen to go with it.
Perfect. Well, we all know where we're going after South by.
You're all invited to my party. As long as you dress up.
Well, thank you so much, Amy Kreitzer, and the blog is What You Want to Eat. That's so catchy.
Thanks.
I love it.
I try, yeah.
We'll be right back after this.